Happy holidays! I wish my wife didn't leave me. Well, ho 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 everyone, and welcome to a new adventure in Kyle is Santa, a DLC sequel to Kyle is Famous, a game that I haven't played before because I like to play things out of order like an absolute genius. But I thought this game would be a great way to get us all in the holiday spirit, besides wearing these epic Santa hats that I got for me and Jeremy. Aren't we adorable, alright? Great for spreading holiday cheer and covering up bad hair days, but nevertheless, let's get into this and make some decisions that might ruin Kyle's life. For you see, this is a game where we have over 21 possible endings with the addition of this DLC of just ways we're going to mess with Kyle's life, because Kyle, you see, is on the way to do an interview for the most important position that they will ever have in their life. So obviously, I'm the guy for the job. I have never made a bad decision in my life. That's why I've been going to college for 4.5 years. For a 4-year program. Kyle wakes up. He is famous. Wow, sounds like Jeremy. Not me. I'm nobody. Kyle is host of the most popular talk show in recent memory, Stay Up Late with Kyle. Oh, classic Kyle. Who could forget his late night antics? I do love me some late night Kyle. Stay Up Late with Kyle has grown in popularity quickly in the last year, and the public has noticed. Ooh. So Kyle is a very, very famous person. Great commentary, Mark. Inside has called Kyle the most excellent dumpy white man. What a compliment. I can only aspire to be called such things. Top Tech noted that Kyle is inspiring youth to explore STEM fields. Wow. Kyle sounds like a stand-up guy. Most other talk shows are just dedicated to discussing Kyle and his personal details. That sounds like a lot of YouTube channels. Most online videos are best of clips taken from Kyle's latest broadcast. Is there a Kyle livestream fails? Is that a channel that I can subscribe to? The eye of the world is upon Kyle. That sounds like a lot of pressure actually, and kind of creepy. But at the same time, kind of kinky. So I don't know if I envy Kyle or not. Tonight, Kyle's most important guest interview yet. Oh, I thought we were interviewing for like a job position, like a job that we want. Okay, moving on. I'm an idiot. Got it. Stay Up Late with Kyle will be featuring Rachel May. She is kind and lovely philanthropist. Oh, I know what that means. That sounds important. I better prepare for that. She is dear to the hearts of many. The interview requires preparation. Well, not a big deal for Kyle, alright? Kyle knows his shit, alright? I've been in this interview talk show host game for a while now, apparently, and I'm the best at it, so there's nothing to sweat, right? Kyle's the man. He's got this handled, alright? Kyle cracked his eyes wide open, knowing today was his last chance to prepare for the interview. Well, doesn't a famous late night talk show host have like a team to help us prepare for stuff like that? Like, I'm not doing my own research, right? I have my lowly peasant interns do that, right? Kyle has 30 hours left. He must choose his actions wisely. Well, I was actually voted most likely to choose my actions wisely in high school, so I am obviously gonna embrace the Christmas spirit. Hell yeah! As Kyle started to leave his bed, something stopped him. Was it old Saint Nick? Maybe it was the smell in the air. Maybe it was Maybelline. Maybe it was the chill from outside. Or maybe it was just pure luck. What? Kyle had been imbued with the spirit of Christmas. What? That sounds like a drug almost in this context. I don't know how I feel about that. Like, in an instant, Kyle began to hear the dreams and wishes of every child in the world all at once. That sounds absolutely terrible and annoying. I don't even want to hear my own dreams because they just make me sad. I don't want to hear everybody else's. That's just annoying. Kyle's newfound abilities were quite overwhelming. He clutched his head and screamed loudly. Oh, poor Kyle. The voice did not stop. Kyle curled into a small ball and rocked back and forth. Oh, this is kind of sad. Not to be left alone. Kyle's gifted with a Christmas miracle. A small bumps began forming under his skin, pushing outwards. I think Kyle has like worms or something. You might want to go to a doctor. Kyle's skin began to stretch and tear, letting loose a small army of elves that had been growing in his stomach. I kind of want to take this off at this point. I don't want to grow any elves, man. The elves scattered around Kyle's apartment, foraging for anything remotely nutritious to feed on. Are they paying rent? Hold on. He just broke out of his skin, and now you're gonna eat his food? Oh God, this scared me. I didn't know this was a horror game. Kyle had birthed an elf army. He had been chosen to become Santa Claus. Wow, is that how that happens? I watched a couple of Christmas movies and that's not what I remember. Kyle decided that the best course of action was to fulfill his duties of Santa Claus. Oh, mine would have been to kill all of the elves, but you know, to each their own. Kyle stepped out of the bed, stray elves falling from various holes in his skin. That sounds disturbing. Kyle must now continue his days as Santa Claus. Start day! Oh God! Wait, am I still doing the interview? It says I still have 30 hours left. Does Santa Claus do interviews? I thought I would be like delivering presents. I don't know. Kyle exited his bed and took a quick glance around his bedroom. Alright, so we've got some options. Should open the closet, sit at the desk. I don't know if I want to do these mundane things. I've got elves coming out of my skin. I think I've got to put on a little bit of a hustle. I think I need to address this major issue. Kyle walked into the small hallway that connects the rooms of his apartment together. Move to the kitchen, return to the bedroom, leave the apartment. I feel like I should just leave the apartment and find a doctor, because there's elves tearing holes in my skin, and I don't care how much Christmas spirit you had, you're probably still losing a lot of blood. So, check locked door. Why is there a locked door in my apartment? I never understood that. Kyle walked over to the strange door in the hallway, but found quickly that the door was locked from the inside. That makes absolutely new sense. Who's living in my apartment? Forced the door open with forehead. Kyle decided it would be best to try and force the door open with his face. God. Oh, good thing. And people made fun of my forehead. Well, who are you going to be calling when you need a door unlocked? This guy, that's right. After smashing his features into solid wood for several minutes, Kyle gained several short-term amnesia. Okay, so you're saying that I made a poor choice in using my massive forehead to open doors. Alright, duly noted. Should I move to the kitchen, see if the elves are causing a ruckus? Kyle walked into the center of the kitchen. Open the fridge. Kyle opened the fridge, intending to find something to eat. Wait, we have 23 hours. It took 7 hours for us to get out of bed and to make it to the kitchen. Maybe I passed out after hitting my head on the door, but that time frame doesn't really add up. Should I prepare eat condiments? Why? Who just... Yeah, we're going to, but like, who does that? Kyle started to grab condiments from the fridge, squirting them into his mouth with both hands. What? The rate at which ketchup, soy sauce, and other items entered Kyle's mouth was so overrode his ability to swallow. Well, good thing those elves left holes in my skin, which can be used to consume more soy sauce directly into my bloodstream. That's great. Kyle spewed the excess condiments across the kitchen, covering the furniture and walls. Alright, well, maybe that will dissuade the elves from making a mess of my apartment because I threw up everywhere. Good job, Kyle. We're thinking ahead. Kyle continued until all the condiments had been emptied. Like, we didn't even stop once we were full. We just kept full on going. I can respect that, actually. Alright, Kyle walked into the center of the kitchen. Alright, we'll return to the hallway. Let's get back to important matters at hand. I think it's time for us to leave the apartment, alright? Oh, I can go on my Santa duties? I don't even need to read the other options. I'm going on my Santa duties. Alright, If I'm gonna have holes in my skin from elves, I'm at least gonna, like, be Santa for a day before I die of blood loss, alright? Kyle realized that it was wise to conduct his duties as Santa, spread Christmas cheer, give presents to children. I feel like, you know, people can spread their own Christmas cheer, but only Santa can break into people's houses effectively and deliver them presents. Kyle could think of nothing better than to gather children around him and give them presents. That's so noble of you, Kyle. What an upstanding Santa Claus. Kyle supposed it was possible that there were children in the nearby park, so he quickly walked over. I just want to reiterate that Kyle has holes in his skin with elves falling out of it, and he thought it would be a good idea to go up to children and try and offer them presents. That's just the picture that I'm painting in my head, and I don't think it's a good one. You know, good job, Kyle. Upstanding Santa Claus, like I said. I just personally wouldn't really do it this way. Upon arriving, Kyle saw several families happily walking around and playing with their in the snow. I'm kind of glad that they said snow, because I was half like thinking that it was just gonna be in like July and no one was gonna believe that we were Santa, or find it extremely weird that somebody was trying to give gifts in the middle of July. But good, we've got the timing down. Kyle called for the families to gather around him. The children bounced over expectantly. They did? Okay. I mean, again, if I see a weird dude with holes in his skin, you know, no judging, but I probably wouldn't go over and see him if I was a kid. Kyle presented the children with a gift. Wisdom. Gift nothing. I feel like either way, it's possible that these kids are gonna beat me up. I feel like both of these are absolutely terrible gifts. But honestly, I feel like I'd feel a bit better if I was gifted nothing than wisdom, because if I'm gifted nothing, at least I'd be like, oh, it was a nice joke. But wisdom, you're just an asshole, so I'm gonna go with nothing. Because Kyle had not bothered to actually bring anything to give the children, he had nothing to give them. What an idiot. Sorry, kiddos, he said. You're not getting any presents today. Ho ho ho. Kyle let out a long and meaningful laugh. What a sociopath. This is great. The children were quite frustrated, and with a cry of anguish, one of the child jumped on Kyle and started beating him with both of his. I knew it! Kids are violent creatures! They'll turn on you at a moment's notice. Not giving them anything was a bad idea, but giving them wisdom I think would have resulted in the same thing. Then another joined him, and then another. Oh god. Why are the parents, like, stopping this? Soon, Kyle was completely covered with violent, angry children. Kyle was mauled by the children and barely escaped with his life. Poor Kyle, he's not having a good day. As Kyle slid into his apartment and locked the door and sank to the floor. Oh, poor Kyle, he just tried to be Santa and spread Christmas cheer. He remembered that he had an interview with Rachel later. Oh god, how am I going to explain the holes in my skin? But he decided that he didn't feel up to it. Aw, poor Kyle. We lost our job, our skin, Christmas, and the interview. That's a rough day. That's a really, really rough day. It's almost like he shouldn't leave his life choices up to me. But that's how the cookie crumbles when you're Santa and you don't have presents. Get presents, nerd. We got the gifted nothing ending, and that's the first one I got. I feel like that's very fitting for myself. Take from them everything, but give them nothing. Except I didn't really take anything from them, and I got beat almost to death and lost a lot of skin, so I don't really know who benefited in this. It's kind of nobody. Alright, this time I am embracing my Christmas spirit, but I think we'll go a different route and we'll try and spread some Christmas cheer, possibly, you know. Let's see how that works out for us. Alright, so I'm gonna spread some Christmas cheer knowing that I don't have any presents to actually give anybody, you know. But Christmas cheer, that's invaluable. That's not something that you can re-gift or really can be mad about, alright, because that comes from inside. Kyle knew that one of his duties as Santa must be to spread Christmas cheer. Kyle skipped down the street merrily. As he met others walking along the sidewalk, he smiled. Surely they would feel Christmas cheer. Yeah, if some weird dude smiles to me on the street, I know that Christmas is coming. After several streets, Kyle stopped skipping. Nobody had burst into Christmas songs. Nobody had wished him a Merry Christmas. Nobody even smiled. Well, maybe it's again because Kyle has a lot of holes in his body with tiny elves coming out of it, and that might creep some people out, but you know. Again, I'm not judging, these people are. Kyle realized that he would need to spread Christmas cheer more aggressively. I'm not gonna even attempt to try and understand how you spread Christmas cheer aggressively. Kyle walked up to a young couple, chatting and laughing amongst themselves. Kyle, what are you gonna do? He grabbed the woman by the shoulders and shook her tightly. Listen to me. Listen to me, you punk. You're gonna wish me a Merry Christmas, or I'm gonna rip your arms off. Tis Christmas time. The couple left quickly, probably to go buy Christmas presents. A job well done. Kyle, not dissuaded, ran into the street, stopping a car with his hand. Wow, Kyle's got superpowers apparently. It's Christmas. Tell your family I love them. That's, even if you're Santa, that's a little weird. Kyle shouted, banging his fist on the car hood. Kyle's method is still proved ineffective. He realized that if he were to be a proper Santa, he must not hold back. Oh God, how are you gonna get more aggressive, Kyle? Kyle started slamming his forehead. What's with the forehead? I feel like this game is directly attacking me. Like there's nothing wrong with people with aggressively large foreheads. Alright, and I'm not self-conscious about it, okay? I just feel like this game is kind of targeting me. He started slamming his forehead in the car repeatedly, and Kyle is really dedicated to this whole Santa thing. You gotta give him that. It's time for presents, Kyle emphasized with each word. This is percussion from his face. Suddenly, Kyle was blessed with another Christmas miracle. Oh God, how could it get worse? Kyle's neck shot directly upwards through his mouth towards the sky. Slowly, painfully, a live reindeer began to emerge through his throat. I never saw this on the Animal Planet or the Discovery Channel, so this is an interesting picture to paint in my head. In fact, it was not one reindeer, it was several. Oh no. I consider myself to have a nice girthy neck, but I don't even think I could birth reindeer from it. Kyle began to run around, arms waving, desperately trying to find a way of dislodging the animals emerging from him. If this is the universe's way of picking a new Santa Claus, they need to find a new method. This is clearly not working. And all of a sudden, forceful moment, reindeer after reindeer explosively shot out of Kyle's mouth. This would scar some children for life. Even if this proved the existence of Santa to these kids that witnessed this event, they're still gonna have to repress this memory so much to the point that they don't even know what Christmas is anymore. The stream did not stop there. Every orifice of Kyle's face began shooting wrapping presents out of all sizes in every direction. This is absolutely terrible. Poor Kyle, once loved by all, and now a vessel of Christmas cheer, just destroying his body. Kyle, unaware of what to do, spun in all directions and screamed. I'm surprised he can still scream with all that wrapping paper. Like doves, the presents flew far into the air, landing in the laps of the children of the world. Is that how he delivers all those presents in a single night? That sounds extremely painful. Within a period of minutes, Kyle had managed to give the world his Santa-ly gifts that, honestly, if most of them knew where it come from, I don't know if they would want it. Eventually, the presents spewing stopped. Kyle fell to the ground and died, probably. He crawled his way back to his apartment and laid down. Oh, so I guess with that much Christmas cheer and Christmas miracles, you're able to survive that? I don't know. Kyle did not remember about his interview with Rachel. Poor Kyle. Poor Kyle. This is honestly terrible. Who thought Christmas could be so deadly and so painful? So far, with only 2 endings, we managed to cause extreme bodily harm to Kyle and basically scar every child in the entire world. Nice. I got the spread cheer ending. If that's what it takes to spread cheer, then I don't know if I want to celebrate Christmas anymore. That seems like, I don't know. Alright, well that's where I'm going to leave it off for today's Christmas adventures. I thought this was going to put me in the Christmas spirit, but honestly, I just feel a little disturbed and I think I have some indigestion. But let me know if you guys have any other Christmas games you want to see me play. Anything at all that doesn't involve such graphic details of presents flying out of people's faces. Really, just anything at all. Also, be sure to let me know if you want to see other endings to this game, or if you want to see the main game if Kyle is famous. Hopefully it's a little less traumatizing, and I was kind of eager to play it, but I don't know anymore. I'm a little weirded out. But either way, thank you all so much for joining today's adventure in Kyle is Santa. As always, I hope you enjoyed the video. Leave a like and a comment saying what you think of it. And as always, hope you have a great rest of your day. And I'll see you on our next adventure. Bye-bye.